Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd with Bish's RV, getting a look here at your request at the new 390 North Point. When I was down at Jayco's display in Nashville, everyone was like, can you get video of that thing? But it didn't exist yet, and this is one of the, I think it's the first or second prototype. So a couple things might change, but the overall, I think you'll see this is a good proof of concept. This is a full 2-bedroom, full 2-bathroom, like deluxe European efficiency apartment, but almost like a destination trailer. They threw a loft above the rear bed and bath. Now, I try to be fair. If we're calling a spade and a duck, we have to give credit to the Alpine Avalanche Group for really cracking the code on this floor plan. They have been ultra popular with it the last couple of years. But what's been interesting, because manufacturers haven't been able to make new floor plans, nobody's been able to catch up with them and make one of their own. And then this year, everybody is making one or two of these with every brand that is out there. But I don't blame them. This is really cool because instead of just another bunkhouse, what if you have couples like with snoring sleep apnea issues? You need separate rooms. What if you have an adult child with special needs? That just doesn't work in a normal bunkhouse. What if you have big kids? What if you have like a mother or father-in-law, like dad lives with us now or something like that? Like, this thing could work where a normal bunkhouse just does not work, and everyone has their own privacy, their own entertainment, their own bathroom, their own little individual creature comfort features. That's what's cool about this. Now, downside, she big. You are minimum, I think, 1 ton, and I don't know that you dislike a dually on these big North Points at this stage, just for the extra strength and stability, and giving you good, fair safety information, not to mention good, bad, ugly, and everything in between. That's what we're gonna do here. So if you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button, like our video, and you may notice we are in a live dealer display. There might be some people floating around, can't help that, but I can help you. And this thing sort of strikes me as like if a luxury fifth wheel, a European efficiency apartment, and like a park model destination travel trailer all had a baby. And this is sort of the result. Now, what's interesting, if you look at this, from that theater seat and from the television backwards towards where I'm standing right now, this is exactly the same as the 310 RLTS North Point. Basically, they chopped the height of bed in the rear window off the back, and they added a whole second bedroom and full bathroom, and then threw a loft above that. That's what this RV is. So since the front is very familiar, I want to spend the majority of my time looking in the back side of this. Well, no, that actually really, that didn't sound attractive, but I think you know what I mean. I want to look at what's different on this one first and foremost. On the way there, a couple key things. We are very tall in the ceiling. We have 30,000 BTUs of whisper ducted air conditioning, and I love the white accent lights above the slides. No one seems to dislike white. Some people don't like some of the other colors that are out there. And this is my nerd preferred way of doing slide flooring, when the main floor matches the slide floor. I'll be very curious though. Somebody brought up a potentially great point. If you scooch those chairs around for a long time, can you dig up the slide flooring? And the answer to that is, I don't know, but time will kind of, tell. Now over here, you see all the windows over here on the door side. That's something I think a lot of people are really going to like about this one. And up top here, of course, we've got that loft. Now I'm going to give you a couple quick peeks, and then later in the video, I will actually climb my father figurely dad bod up there to kind of really showcase all of the space and size that's in that. One of the things that I really love that they did, though, is that ladder. Now, this is actually the one of the earlier prototypes of this model that I'm in. Those sharp corners will get rounded when it goes into active production. But something else I thought about, they put big steps on this that are very barefoot friendly. But if you're not really using it, like if you're using it more as like a storage attic, you could always kind of decorate that. Like, it doesn't have to be just well, it's not a ladder. It's not a staircase. Is that a statter? Something like that. Anyway, so let's slide back here. So we've got a king or queen bed in the front. We have a queen bedroom in a drop frame back here. That's kind of, again, one of those destination trailer sort of feels and features and functions on this one. If you notice, you actually step down into the rear bedroom here, and you see that you've got all kinds of storage across from that. Not to mention its own good dedicated entertainment center. Now, as long as we're looking at this, let's go ahead and open everything up. Even this extra bed back here is easy lift for storage, which is very cool. And then, of course, you've got the just full wall storage across from this thing. This bedroom almost reminds me a little bit of like a motorhome bedroom, now that I think about it. Just the way that everything is kind of arranged here. Oh, neat little detail. It's easy to miss, but you see right here you've got those little USB plugs. Perfect little like phone charger spot for the end of the evening. You might have noticed sliding pocket privacy doors so you don't got to fight with a swinging door in case you accidentally forget the thing. And I do love that both entry doors are full size and have the privacy shade in the door. I love the fact that they thought of that kind of stuff. Now, this was nicely fluffy friendly back here by the rear toilet. And think of this too. You have 2 travel access toilets. So if a couple people stop and like, man, we got to use the bathroom real quick, you have the ability to do that. Now, looking at every little nook and cranny of storage that we can around here. Apologies if I'm moving at a little more abbreviated pace. I'm in a live dealer display, and they allowed me to kind of shut the unit down and lock it down for the time being. But there's been like 10 people yanking on the door, and you know, out of respect, I want to get out of their way. And again, being fair, the headroom up in that shower is limited. But down here, you can also see that they put, this is kind of interesting. I'm curious, you know, they put a tub back here. So some brands who build a floor plan like this, it really feels like the rear room is the primary bedroom. Like Cougar did that. But some brands like this, it feels like the front bedroom is still the primary bedroom. I'd be kind of curious to know, you know, your thoughts and your take on that. Now, once again, there's so much good stuff going on here. But if you've seen, you know, a North Point 310, if you've seen a lot of North Point videos, a lot of this is very similar, very familiar. There's a lot of really good stuff going on. I don't want to like downplay any of that. But from this point forward, from that slide fascia forward is literally identical to a 310 North Point. So I don't want to like, you know, belabor some of these points too much, but maybe somebody hasn't seen, you know, a couple of these. So I want to get you through a few things. Now, we're looking at one with the residential refrigerator today. And while we crack open all the different little doodads and whiz bangs and widgets here, like these blackout roller shades and those 2 fold away guest chairs, I want to kind of dive into some deeper details on a few things. Like that refrigerator comes with, no matter what kind of solar package you do or don't get with this RV, this comes with an 1800 watt inverter because of that Resi fridge, which means that there's about 5 or 6 different outlets in this RV that are wired to that thing, which you know, are capable of being powered while you are off grid or just untethered for even a little bit. Now, giving you a look again up there at that loft space, I was shocked at how big and spacious that was. Now, this RV having that vaulted ceiling, that was really one of the key clutch details on this one because it allowed a bigger person like me. Now, I'm not wide, I'm long, but I'm a full-size adult here. I could roll over, roll around, I could horse around in that thing, although you don't want to, you know, try to go, twerking in bed and break your head against a roof truss or something like that. You got those Magnum truss XL6 roof system trusses above your head right there, which one of the cool things about those, by the way, because this has a vaulted ceiling inside and outside, you have equal insulation across the entire span of the roof. RVs that are linear ceiling inside and vaulted outside actually have a little bit less insulation up along where that crown molding is located, which means they could more easily develop frost lines. Now, real quick on the way upstairs here, I do want to stop to point out the central vacuum system, as well as what I like to call the electric dustpan that you see down there. Now, again, the bedroom and bathroom, if you've seen some North Points, you've seen this arrangement before, but that's not a bad thing. You know, I like what they're doing in the bathroom here. One of the things that's very cool, like if we look up here, not at a great angle to take a look at it, so here's a second look at it. You see that you do have one of those big XL vent fans to really provide maximum airflow here. Also, with that ceiling vault, you have plenty of headroom in this shower, and you may have noticed how I stood up right there. That's because down here, you have a fold up or fold down 300-pound rated teak seat, capable of holding Americans, or, fluffy Canadians, or wherever you may hail from. Super fluffy, friendly around here, and I complained about it, and apparently enough folks agreed. They said, you know what? You're right. We do need to put a door on that bathroom storage, and I love that they're listening. Now, one of the things that's updated on North Point's for 23s is they've gone to all 4K smart TVs, and it seems like a lot of your more, premium, premier manufacturers, whatever you want to say there, they have adopted that sort of thing, and I'm happy to see it. Now, they've got a very deep bed slide on these, which is what gives us those extra large breeze across windows right there. And again, blackout roller shades all the way through. Something else that's cool, the BM Pro command system. It has multiple little, button panels throughout the RV. Every one of them is slightly different based on the context of where you're standing in the RV at that time. Now, if you're a little bit taller, that's one of the nice things about North Points and Pinnacles with their barreled ceiling. It does open things up. But notice how you don't see the square of that air conditioner. So you're less likely to hear the air of that air conditioner. And we've got full easy lift storage below that king bed. Now, king bed is now standard. Queen is what I call swaptional. It is available there. Obviously, stackable washer dryer prepped. I like the little clothes hamper that they put in the front of this. Sometimes it's just those simple, easy little touches that make the differences. Like the way that TV is downward angled, or the way that you saw that little kind of, personal, valuable storage chest in the top of that dresser. Just no little pockets of space gone to waste on here. What I'm not sure about is what the road mode's going to look like. And if I had to use 2 words to describe it, so close. So, front bedroom, front bathroom you can get to with the slides closed. The rear bedroom will be lost with the slides closed because those sliding doors, you're just not really going to get to much back there. But you can get to the rear bathroom. And at first glance, I walked around the room like, oh, yes, refrigerator access. And then I looked down and I went, wah, 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 wah. Unfortunately, the island just overlaps with this one. But I do think this is an RV really intended to be used at a destination. I don't think they really built it with travel accessibility in mind. I guess I can't really fault them for that. It's so darn close, though. I just wish it was there. But if you appreciate that we show you everything in road mode, even if it's good or bad, hit that subscribe button. Let's get outside. All right, so once again on this big beauty right here, let's talk towing. What's it going to take to get it down the road safely and reliably? And given its size and its weight and all that stuff, again, I really feel like 1 ton is the minimum general recommendation. And frankly, with the hitch weight on this, if you are going to be towing, you get hit by a wicked crosswind, the extra stability off a dually, I don't think you'd be disappointed with. Now again, what we can see of it visually right here, like from that super slide forward, is exactly the same as the 310 RLTS North Point. No differences there whatsoever. It's only the back of this one that changes. But if you're not familiar with that alphabet soup model number that I just rattled off, what's in this for you? Well, up front here, it begins with what they call their 5-star ride and handling package. Like a shock dampening MORryde pin box matched up with MORryde suspension shackles, as well as wet bolt fasteners. We've got Goodyear Endurance radials with factory standard tire pressure monitoring on this, and a host of other things. There's all kinds of good news going into this one. North Points are 8 foot wide, whereas their big brother, big sister Pinnacle, those are 102-inch wide body, although I don't know if Pinnacle's making a model quite like this. Now, they did an interesting thing here, because I was kind of looking at it, and in my head I was saying, it's sort of a bummer that they don't have a camp kitchen on this, but they do. Because they have that big front pass-through, they have the ability to outfit this with this XL griddle camp kitchen situation. And with the inverter off the residential fridge or one of the more advanced solar packages, that little fridge can be operating in transit or if you're off-grid, although it will tax batteries a little more heavily when you're off-grid. Now, I think I'm going to jump over to the other side because there's some good stuff going on over here. And I am literally right up next to the Jayco personnel tent. There's a couple people here going, what is this nerd doing? Anyway, I'm getting these people the footage they deserve, darn it. We have fully enclosed, privatized, protected docking center. And that's pretty normal in big fifth wheel stuff. You see you got your little portable solar prep plug in the upper right. We're going to see one of the factory solar packages up on the roof of this. North Points always have been hot cold camp rated, by the way. You see how all your poles and your gate valves and everything are inside and protected. But over here, a couple things. You see that little jug? That goes to the second little faucet that we saw in the kitchen. That's the fresh drinking water system that also feeds the ice maker and the water dispenser in the residential fridge. And again, that resi fridge or the more advanced solar packages, giving you varying levels of outlet inversion, so that if, again, you are kind of untethered and off the grid, you can keep her powered up and have some key things going in key places. Now, jumping back across, you see how this entire cavity down here is forced air heated, but Jayco also throws a layer of the double-sided thermofoil under their upper decks so that you have a more even thermal consistency through the RV. It's just one of those extra little, I call it Jayco doing Jayco things. Now, I'd like to direct your attention to just above the entry door. You see a little black box that looks like a backup camera prep, because that's exactly what it is. You can actually get this with like a security monitor system along with rear and side view cameras. And up in the bedroom, there's actually a switch on the wall that says security camera. So basically, if you want to, if you hear a funky noise at night, better than a scare light, you can literally look out there and see what's going on. Now down below, this is one of the really exciting 23 changes on these. They have updated to 17.5-inch H-rated uniroyal radials. Earlier, I apologize. As I say this, I believe some old habits might have died hard, and I believe I used the phrase Goodyear Endurance radials. That is actually not the case anymore. On North Point, Pinnacle, and Seismic, the biggest, heaviest Jaycos have all adopted those bigger, heavier grade tires for maximum reliability and peace of mind. Now, we have had some crazy, strange weather. Like, it looks like a storm back there, but it's sun shining where I'm at, and I'm actually starting to feel raindrops. So you figure it out. I don't know. But over here, we do have, again, that drop frame. So this fifth wheel actually goes like this, over. Like, it's got like 3 levels, basically. Well, 2 level changes, 2 levels. You get the idea. Anyway, we've got that full bathroom off the back, but notice the full stable steps off the back as well. That's a triple step instead of a quad because, again, it's a drop frame. It does come down to you. And I will say, because of that drop frame, it looks like this thing has the most ridiculously tall ladder up to that roof you've ever seen. And certainly, it's not the shortest ladder my out-of-shape dad bod has ever climbed, but I don't know if it's the tallest either. Have you ever watched those crazy fireman competitions where they scream up ladders? That stuff is nuts. Anyway, I could never do that kind of stuff. But up top, of course, you got that plywood roof decking, which is one of the things that separates North Point from nearly everybody else out there. We're looking at the Overlander 2 solar package today, 400 watts of solar. And you can always go bigger. Actually, check this out. I'm going to scroll over this. If you want to learn just like a quick little thing about this, like which products can have which SolarFlex packages, pause the video as I scroll down this slowly, and you'll be able to kind of review this, at your own little leisure here. Overlander 4 and Overlander EXT. Those are the packages available only on the biggest of the big fifth wheels they offer. So at this point, let's see. I mean, everybody. Basically, anyone who makes big fifth wheels, and even some mid-profiles like Cougars, are making floor plans like this now. Of the ones you've seen, who's your favorite? And if there's one that I don't have on camera yet, leave me a note which one I need to try to get a hold of, and I'll do my best to make that happen. I am kind of at the mercy of what's in stock in the lineups of the places that I go to visit at our Bish's RV locations. But as we grow and expand, my ability to capture new fun things grows and expands, and I'll keep different things on my hit list as much as I can. So your input and feedback, well, it's the whole reason this is recorded, and you continue to help drive and focus this channel. So thank you very much. And if you appreciate the effort that we're putting in for you here, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new with us. And until next time, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.